AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
If Tibbs would left him in there, he would have had 3 fouls in the first quarter. Cat had 2 fouls in like 5 minutes.
That's every game, bro.
That's fine, but that's the only reason why he was subbed out and came back in the second quarter and was able to go off without Brunson on the court. So without Brunson, that first quarter we would have been down by 30. He was doing his thing. Second quarter, Cat was in there. He started establishing himself. But again, we were saying this when you were offline. At some point, I don't expect y'all to play good defense. We already know y'all ain't good defenders. We knew this going into the season, so we can't really set that expectation. We want to push you to go do that, set some goals for that. All right, cool. But you know by now where you want the rock at, Cat. You know you could wave people off. You're Karl Anthony Towns, and you don't act. I don't care if that's Jalen Brunson. There must be some sort of intimidation, like I keep saying. Why does Josh Hart get say so over Karl Anthony Towns? This is what I'm saying. On the court, off the court, he should not feel uncomfortable about expressing himself in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what anybody's talking about. Karl Anthony Towns can dictate a whole bunch of shit in practice, in the media. He's been very professional. This is Brunson's team, all kind of shit. And you know it's Brunson's team and his whole family is running the whole thing. So I understand there might be some pressure that comes with this. Julius Randle just came out and said he hated playing for New York, basically, because he felt the pressure, this, that, and the third. A lot harder to do that when you ain't got the media with you and you ain't got that La Cosa Rosa with you. You don't. But I can't say tonight was on Brunson specifically because he held it down in the first quarter and then Cat held it down in the second quarter, but he was in foul trouble. Third quarter gets in foul trouble again. Mitch got in foul trouble. So we never look good as a unit all night long, but the whole season has been Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. They're the ones that got to sit in the room and have that D-Wade LeBron conversation. Yo, bro, we don't do this. Brunson might have to sit down with Karl Anthony Towns and say, yo, dog, we can't do this unless you take this next step, next level up. We're not going to that next level without you.
You know, D-Wade was able to do that, right? And we talking about pro players. We talking about guys with egos, whether they want to admit it or not. But D-Wade is able to do that because he had a taste of success early on. First 3 years in the league, wins the championship as the best player on his team. Obviously, at that time now realizes that, hey, LeBron got to be the guy for us to win multiple championships. Only reason I'm saying that is because, you know, we are in like the golden era of point guards, right? And we've been here for like the past decade. And all of these hybrid guards, all of these guards that play at a super high level and you can play through them and they're the best player on your team. The ones that are really good, the ones that lead and help lead you to, you know, a championship level team is the ones that understand everything can't happen without the rest of the team. Yeah, you are great. And guess what? The first 2 years established that Jalen Brunson is a hell of a ball player and the Knicks are back. But now we've taken a step where we've added to our team. We've added pieces to our team that's going to help us put us in a position to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. As the best player, you just got to recognize what is needed and what is not on a night-to-night basis. And that's what I'm just saying about Brunson. Be able to recognize that right now. They know when to dial it back, know when to, I gotta turn it up. Know when to, hey, I gotta get this guy going to set the tone and know, hey, it's 4 minutes left in the game. We down 5. It's my time. Like he gotta know these things at this stage of the game. You gotta know this. What you're saying right now is great, Fabian. But the reason why, real quick, OG, the reason why I said why I elaborated more on the D-Wade thing is because this is a little different. Jalen Brunson is ascending. D-Wade was ascending, but D-Wade hit the pinnacle. And so now he could share a little bit of some of that love. Jalen Brunson I'm the guy, and I haven't reached where I feel like I want to reach. Does he have it in him to say, yo, you know what? For us to be a 55 to 60 win team and be right back here next year, Carl, you got to be the guy. Does he have that? Do the Knicks realize that? If Tibbs is our coach, does he realize that? A lot of shit to think about, fellas, for real.
Y'all both made great points. I'm not arguing with nobody tonight. This is on Brunson. This is on Brunson. We do not, in this last couple games. Yeah, we won that game the other night, game 3. With Cat just doing what he do. But these last couple games, we don't look good with Brunson on the floor. He gets his numbers, but we don't look good with him on the floor. I watch OG get some tough buckets. I watch Cat cook. But this is on Brunson. I'm a big Brunson fan. I'm a big Brunson stan. This is on Jalen Brunson. I watched that whole game tonight. I watched all the games. Tonight, he got caught up in 1v1. He gets nobody involved. Nobody involved. Puts his head down, and it's just go time. Just like you tell me. You can shake your head all you want. That's what happened tonight. And on top of that, we can't guard nobody. Can't guard nobody. I can't blame Tibbs tonight. Josh Hart was horrific tonight. Horrific. So for me, it's
what am I talking about? What the fuck do you mean? What am I talking about? I don't understand how we don't. I'm sorry, OG.
No, that's all right. Is the series
how
over?
Do we not know?
Look
at what we seeing. We fell in love with what Jalen Brunson did for the first 2 seasons. And now we are a better team and we got to adjust. And that's all we pointing out with Jalen Brunson. That's all we pointing out.
Yo, listen, man. I told y'all, I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not doing none of that with nobody.
But no, it's not.
I watch the game like everybody.
It's not arguing about that. Everybody watches the game, bro. It's not about that. It's the fact that Brunson tried. He went away from his own style at the beginning of the game.
3 minutes, Fabian. For 3 minutes. Stop this.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't 3 minutes. If the whole 12 quarters he was doing that, he was giving the ball up when they inbounded the ball every possession. What are y'all talking about right now? Tibbs switched his whole game plan up the last 2 games. We're gonna go back on that too, right? Now all of a sudden we just blind to shit. Like, come on, man. I'm not saying that he played his stellar game that inspired anybody. It wasn't a great game. Nobody played great. But I cannot just blame this on Brunson once again. No. Karl-Anthony Towns did not have a great first quarter. Brunson helped that out. He's the other offensive guy you got to go to. So, no, I just totally disagree with that. Yeah, the comments are right about that. You cannot just blame this on one guy this game. Everybody looked bad. Nobody played their game today. That makes no sense, including Thibodeau, who couldn't figure out the rotations. What are we talking about?
But the huge point is we're talking about the head of the snake. We're talking about what makes us go. And if we can't gradually grow from just relying on him to just be the guy, we are not going to win. What the fuck don't y'all understand about basketball? We are not going to be a better team from what we was last year by doing the same thing we did last year. Fuck is wrong with y'all? This is basketball.
We played nothing like we did last year. This is
no,
forget about that.
It, Fabian.
I'm always missing it according to y'all. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this game, this series. That's it. Brunson, I get it. We love Brunson, this, that, and the third. All right, cool. But tonight, nobody played well. It wasn't just Brunson. He did the opposite of what he got called out all last game. Everybody called him out. He heard it. Everybody heard it. And he played like he heard it. And he was still giving the ball up. And he's getting blamed for that. Y'all shit on him when he goes nut. I'm going to shoot 40 times. Y'all shit on him when he does that. And I'm going to shit on him. No, he only did it 3 times. No, he didn't. I was watching the game. At the inbounds, he was giving it up. Half court. Deliberate. We could see it. It didn't work. It didn't work. We switched our whole game. We don't even have an identity like we talked about earlier. We don't have an identity.
Do you know why? Do you
know
why?
Blame Brunson, right?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not blaming him. I'm talking about we have had success with him being a ball dominant guard and carrying us for 2 straight seasons. I've been very consistent on, I want to see what this team looks like next season, because right now we are tinkering and figuring shit out, and we tinkered our ass all the way to the freaking Eastern Conference Finals. So for us to find us in this position means there's things that work and there's things that don't. But we got to figure it out. And playing heavy ISO ball with a small guard is not going to be successful all the way through the playoffs. It's just not. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying I didn't see that tonight. It was not what it was the last couple of nights for the rest of the series. We lost. He wasn't having a great game, but that first quarter he made up for it. Like the last 2 games has been Jalen Brunson getting into foul trouble. Fouled out in game 3. Well, against the Pistons, he fouled out. He had 5 fouls in the last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. This game, he did not get into foul trouble. But guess who got into foul trouble again? It's not just him. The whole team. OG didn't look great. He finally picked it up in the second half. Mikal Bridges did not look. Mikal Bridges was awful. Josh Hart was awful. They were awful. To have them in the same realm as Jalen Brunson right now makes no sense. I don't even think Karl Anthony Towns was awful. He just got into foul trouble and still made up for it. I can't put this on them. Jalen Brunson in this game, he got away from what y'all talking about. I didn't see him just bringing the ball up for 8 seconds, taking up the whole 8-second backcourt violation, having the ball for 17 seconds. He wasn't doing that today. I didn't see that. I have to push back on that because we went to a whole nother game plan and we still lost. We can't just sit here and say, yo, this is on Brunson. Nah, man. I can't. Everybody fucking sucked.
Fabian, we get 2 or 3 passes before we get a shot up on every single possession. There's no challenge for the defensive team, for the opposition to do anything, figure anything out on the defensive end when we have the basketball. It is not ball movement, body movement. It is not swinging the ball from side to side. It is not different actions. One side, is that on the coach? Yes. But guess what? That's all we do. We get we get a on-ball screen for Jalen Brunson, and from there, you decide what you need to do. What type of matchup do you have? Can you beat your man? Go to work. If you can't beat your man, try to find Towns. And if you don't find Towns, hopefully we got the opposition in rotation and we can find the open corner 3 from Bridges or OG Anunoby. That is it. And we don't even do that on a regular basis. We don't even do that.
I hear what everybody's saying. I totally disagree. I've been saying all season we have, I was up here by myself saying that. I said we have the right team, if it's coached right, to get to the finals. Everybody laughed at me. We are losing to a team that's not better than us. If I'm not mistaken, game 1 up 17, a lot of people blame that on Brunson because when he got back in the game, the whole game changed. Now, I'm not saying he was the reason that, Indiana came back from 17 or whatever it was, but we have to start being, for me, I'm just going to have to start being honest. I love Brunson, but at times it's tough. It's tough because he puts his head down and now you just have 4 guys just watching him. So they're not getting involved while you watching Halliburton get everybody involved. 32 points, 15 assists, no turnovers, 10 rebounds. So for me, tonight it was just the wrong time to play a bad basketball game. I've been telling y'all up here for how long now? I'm not a fan of Josh Hart. Everybody loved Josh Hart. Not a fan of Josh Hart. My opinion, horrific tonight. Bridges, horrific. But I'm not letting Brunson off the hook. He's the best player on our team. And at times, he's going 1-on-5. I've watched it numerous times tonight. Numerous times I'm just going like, what are you doing? So for me, just tonight was just bad overall. But, to be down 3-1, like I said, against a team that I think we're better than, we got caught up in trying to play their game. It's not our game. So for me, the coach, the point guard, like y'all dictate that. Slow the game down. Plenty of times I yell at the TV, yo, call a timeout. We unraveling right in front of everybody's eyes. So for me, tonight was just terrible. But, we can't call you the captain, Mr. Clutch. Sometimes I call him the best player in the NBA. And you don't galvanize the troops and bring in this victory. This was a winnable game. Even with Hart and Bridges being terrible and Duke's not really contributing. it still was a game that was in the balance. We couldn't get one stop. One. So for me, at this point, I'm not happy with nobody. Bridges, Cat, Brunson, not happy with nobody. And at this point, we gonna have to see what's gonna happen next season. Is the series over? In a literal sense, no, because we still have a game Thursday. But I said this, think maybe a game or two ago. If we're gonna play like this, we have no chance of winning the series. None at all. We're not playing team basketball. And it's just bad. We're just playing bad basketball. We missed so many wide open shots, but the stupid fouls and the turnovers. Oh man, we look like the Washington Wizards tonight, man. It was bad. It was bad. I'm sorry, it was bad.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.